Now that we've got our rotating tire, let's create a very, very simple car. We have nothing on our main stage, notice that. We've got a few things in here. Got a rotating tire full. That, as you can see, can play, and the tire rotates. Now let's create a car, and we'll just do that the same way. Insert, new symbol, or Control F8 or Command F8 on your Mac. So this is going to be car with tires. Now notice we are inside of the symbol. Main and car with tires. Now we're inside the symbol here. So I'm going to just create a car really quickly with my, moving it a little bit, with my pencil tool. And I want this to be, notice right down here, I get to change the color again. So I'm going to do a very simple sort of van experience. I'm going to make sure everything's connected here. And we're going to just do this. Headlights, little bumper things. And just simple stuff. Now I'm going to fill it in a little bit with my paint bucket tool. And I want this to be, remember the paint bucket tool is controlled by fill, not by stroke. Stroke is this line. Fill is something you can pour into your symbol. Let's do by golly, let's have a wild color. Notice everything you paint inside the symbol, and this is a graphic symbol, is here. I'm going to switch the colors, and I can do that by hitting the X key or switching it here with this little arrow activity. And this one, you can see it's not quite connected here. So let's connect it. Once more, I want the black. So let's do that. And I'm going to now paint that black. K accesses the paint bucket tool. X switches these, and I'm going to do that. V key, because I want to clean this up just a little bit. I hit those. All right, we don't need to do any more. The idea is to, let's see what kind of, I can put another, K is my paint bucket tool, so I'm just going to do that. And this would be, I'll just do gray here. Oops. Okay, so that needs to be filled in. You can see that that's not filled in any one of these two places. So let's fill this in a different way. I'm going to grab my selection tool, but I want it to be the sub-selection tool. So I'm going to click here, and then I'm just going to drag that. So now I'm being able to select points. Okay, now those should be connected now, and I'll just do a light gray, K key. Oops, still didn't work. And why is that? because this wasn't filled in here. Subselection tool, A. Now I connected them. It's as easy as that. V key, selection tool. Now let's try it again, K. There we go. And, yeah. All right. So I've got my car now, and I want to put in the tires. So I'm going to click this right there and drag it to the bottom. See how I just held my cursor down and pulled it down to the bottom. Held cursor, pull it up, down. Because I want this blank keyframe to go right there. I'm going to lock the layer of the car. That way I can't access it. Can't draw on it. Can't do anything with it. I drew down here though. Okay. I'm going to drag my rotating tire full. Hit the Q key. That's a transform key. A little bit more. I'm holding down the shift key so that keeps everything exactly the same. Now I'm going to copy this and paste it. Still on the same layer. And now I have to drag this out. I'm going to drag this out to 45. And what key do I hit for that? F5. That extends the timeline. And look at those rotate. I'm going to go back to my main timeline with my cars. I'm going to put them on frame 1. But notice, nothing's moving. It's not moving because this timeline is not as long as the other timeline. So I'm going to move this to 40. I'm going to put a keyframe on this, and I'm going to move my car to there. Then I'm going to hit my classic tween, and now I have a car, look at that, with rotating tires. Pretty simple. Car with rotating tires. But notice, I want to reiterate this. This is the symbol. Double-clicked on it. This symbol, because it's a graphic symbol, goes out to 45. This scene, in order for these rotating tires to go, also needs to expand to 40 whatever. It just needs to have a timeline that's active. So that's it on how to make a car with rotating tires that you stick on your main timeline, and it works. The car goes forward with the rotating tires.